What up, everybody? It's your boy Goosebumps here, aka Just Saki. Back with another video. You know what, guys? Anyways, guys, today I'm doing Cedar Chucky review. Again, like I said in the last one, and Child's Play 3. My favorites in the series for Child's Play has gone Child's Play 3, Child's Bride of Chucky, Child's Play 2, and Cedar Chucky in the now, which is 6 and 7, Curse, and then Cult. I like 1. Don't get me wrong, right? It's a great film. It's just slow to start, and he doesn't kill a lot of people. He doesn't kill a lot of people in that one, and the story in a little bit is left more to be wanted in 1, but. We're not talking about here about one. We're here to talk about Cedar Chucky. So, Cedar Chucky is basically the story about Tiffany and more about Glenn than it is anybody. And Glenn wants to be a normal kid. Wants to know where his family is from. He thinks he's an orphan. He's a ventriloquist dummy known in the United Kingdom as Shitface. It's kind of funny. Bunch of other scenes. He finds out he's not orphan from watching television, seeing that his mom and dad are in Hollywood, and he knows this by the Made in Japan symbol on Chucky's arm. And Chucky always wondered, does he work like so? And Tiffany and Chucky are now movie stars, quote unquote. And Jennifer Tilly's in this film. By the way, I love Jennifer Tilly. I love her as Bonnie in what's it called, Family Guy. She's a great. She's funny in that. And by the way, like I said before, Tiffany is a hot ass villain, femme fatale, whatever you want to call it, hot ass femme fatale at all. Anyways, no. So back to what I was saying. So Glenn basically runs from his ventriloquist owner, is able to hitch a ride. I don't know how he mails himself to Los Angeles, California, to the exact studio. He goes there. But there is one scene I like. When Chucky and Tiffany are doing an interview with a reporter, and the reporter says, "Do you have anything to say, Chucky, before we end the interview?" And he says, "Fuck you very much." And that was the end of the video. Or the end of the interview. And another line I like is when Jennifer Tilly is holding the Chucky doll, and a guy who I guess either controls the Chucky doll and makes him talk says, "Nice tits, thank you." And the guy who controls the Chucky doll, so I can guess he starts laughing. Anyways, no, but this was it's a great film. It's one of those, it's a lot of Child's Play fans and fans of the series hate Cedar Chucky because of Glenn. They don't like him as a character. I'm the one who's I'm one of the few people who actually like him. Actually, fun fact, a lot of gay people like him because he's supposed to be portrayed as gay. And in the ending of Cult of Chucky, I'm gonna add this one scene. There was the original scene was supposed to play at the end of Cult of Chucky where they're in the car and Tiffany looks sad. The original line was, "Why do you look what's so wrong, Tiff?" Chucky says in Nika's body. And he says, one second. Tiff says, "I just feel that I miss Glenn and Glendula. Glendula's in prison, so Glendula went to jail for probably killing some people, and Glenn ran off with his boyfriend, so Glenn's gay." Which, by far, is one of my favorite. I don't care if he's gay or not. I like Glenn. He's one of my favorite characters. The reason why I like Glenn so much is actually because he doesn't want to be a killer. He just wants to be a normal kid with a normal family. And it's not hard to, and he even says, is that even hard to ask for? Like one scene, he says, "What does it matter what I want for once?" Anyways, no, but so he goes there to Chucky, or he goes to Los Angeles, California. There's a scene where he's even like he talks to his parents and he's getting mad because they're not like talking back, but he realizes when he says, "Why won't you wake up?" And he says, "Oh, they're asleep," So he reads that the talisman, "Are do a dumbala awake," and they awake, and then that leads to them to their first kill. I'm not sure if the dream that Glenn has about him killing that family and not the little girl ever happened, but I'm just gonna say it is, and I'll count those two as a death. So I'm gonna say he did kill those two people. I'm just not sure if he did or didn't. I'm not sure if he did or didn't, actually. I think he did kill those two people. So I'm gonna say yes, he did kill those two people. He killed a man and a woman. So that's the first two deaths of the movie. Then there's that guy, the cameraman, or not the cameraman, the guy who I guess fixes the robots and when they're the Chucky doll and Tiffany doll when they're broken, he gets decapitated, which also Jennifer Tilly's scene with his decapitated head was really retarded. I mean, she kisses him. There's blood everywhere. I know there's fake blood, but like I'm next to it. But there's no reason for it to be opened yet. Also in that situation, have you not seen the fucking guy who does the robotics for the dolls? Like, you would know what he looks like. And you're just staring at his head. You just kissed. I mean, ugh. I mean, right? Also, so then basically, Chucky has one of my favorite lines, or one of my few favorite lines in this entire series, in this season, or in this movie, is when, first of all, when Chucky wakes up, and he's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he's like, "Shit," and Glenn says, "Shit face," and Glenn starts laughing. He says, "Shut up, you asshole." That's what Tiffany says. And when he finds out, "Oh, come on, Tiff, those are the kid who ran away. Where are your parents?" Tiffany says, "Better than that face, not around here. Yikes." And he says, judging by that, "Oh, well, come on, Tiff. It was like the kid fell off the ugly tree and hit all the branches on the way down. I mean, woo. I mean, can you imagine what the parents must look like?" Legit, he's talking about himself and Tiffany, and it isn't until he just holds up the "Made in Japan" sign, and they're like, and then he says in Japanese, "Greetings, Oku-san." And I can't say that. I know Oku-san is grandmother, but I don't know what father is again. It's really fast when he says father. And Chucky's response is any normal's response for anyone who just found out they had a kid that they didn't know about. What do you mean? You didn't, we didn't, oh God. And he faints. And she says, "Oh, sweet face, give mommy a hug." And she gives him a hug. And then she realizes, wait, what the fuck is this on my back? The other scene I like is where, I have to admit it, Chucky isn't that bad of a dad. I mean, he's really supportive of his son. Even when he realizes they pull off his pants to prove that he's either a male or a female. And he says, "See, he's a nice girl." "No, what are you talking about? That's my son. Now listen to me here, son. You are a late bloomer, that's all." That's a nice thing to say to your son. Legit. That's like when you're, in a way, it's a nice way to say to your son, I guess. I don't know. And then Chucky's other scenes where Tiffany calls the phone company, or calls the guy, the rehab hotline, whatever it is, the covering hotline, and says, I'm about to have a slip. And she's like, oh, I know how messed they are. And you're like, yeah, but I don't think the guy knows what kind of slip you're talking about. And then the line is, Rome wasn't built in a day line. That was the most fucked up, sorry excuse for a line I've ever heard. Another scene that pissed me, or that made me laugh, made me agree with Chucky, was when he said, I don't have a problem with killing. I do it because that's what I do. It's my family business. It's been that way for me forever. I don't know why everyone wants to, yes. And then Chucky and Timmy do have a good relationship up until this point, when she decides to go cold turkey, and Chucky even says, I have no problem with killing. I do it all the time. You know, I'm the most notorious slashers in all of history. I'm Chucky, the killer doll, and I dig it. And there's another scene like where Chucky says, you know what? At least I don't have to hide my murders in the closet. And he knocks the closet, and then Redman falls out. And then there's another moment where a bunch of other people he killed, regular people he killed, died. Another scene I like, okay? I don't know, they never showed you the scenes I like. Where technically, I would say, Glenn does kill someone. If you don't count the two people in the beginning of the film. And that's when he kills the guy, the paparazzi dude, by running out and startling him to the point where he hits a rack and sulfuric acid lands on his face, basically burning away his flesh, killing him instantly. And Chucky takes a picture with him. Chucky even says, you're the most promising killer I've seen in years. Another scene I like, okay, two other deaths is obviously Jennifer Tilly's driver, Jennifer Tilly's assistant, and the nanny at the end. Glenn obviously didn't die, and my other favorite line, and Britney Spears, that's my favorite death scene of all time. When Britney Spears flicks off Chucky, and Chucky just says, Florence, son, and he Florence runs Britney Spears off the road, and her car blows up, and he says, oops, I did it again, and it bursts out laughing. I remember doing that scene immediately. Whenever that scene would come on, I would repeat that scene and laugh. It's one of the greatest scenes. Anyways, guys, that's for this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Definitely tell me in the comments below what you thought of Chucky, and I will see you in the next video, guys.